I think we are live, no? But I can see. Hi. If somebody can hear us, please mention it in the comments if possible. Are we audible? Hi Rushikesh, hi Harshita. Okay, thank you so much, Amulya Boond. So basically today is a quick live with us because Earthy Route, our sustainable clothing brand, turns a year old. Honestly, we can't believe we are a year old already. This day last year we launched our website and our first ever collection at around 11 a.m. in the morning, and I still remember the butterflies to the launch and the day and the moment we actually hit the word live to make our website live. It just all came in, and it was very special. So we thought today we'll come and talk more about how we launched and what went through. Thank you everyone.
We are glad that you found out some time to join, because we were actually scared people would be watching the India-South Africa match. Fortunately, it's not India-Pakistan, otherwise we would have just had to reschedule it later.
Anaisha is asking who is Anvish. I think she is talking about Avnish. So Avnish is one of our lead models who he models for our menswear.
So he actually is India. He represents India in the butterfly swimming competition. So he's a national level athlete. So we are very fortunate to have such a person modeling for us.
Okay. So we thought we'll obviously take a few questions what you guys have, but also share some interesting stories from our side. Just to give you like a quick for all those who are going to watch this video later, this is Gauri and he's my co-founder Varun. Basically we both started Earthy Route, a sustainable clothing brand with a primary aim to launch sustainable clothing alternatives, keeping in mind the cruel and the grave effects of fast fashion. We wanted to launch clothing made from sustainable fabrics. The primary fabrics that we use in our collection are lyocell and linen, which are more sustainable in nature than the other conventionally manufactured fabrics that are available in the market. So our primary thought is to make clothing with sustainable fabrics, and on top of that we also strive very hard to create timeless designs, garments which are versatile in nature, and we would want to encourage you to rewear your clothes and use them as much as you can and not treat clothing as a use and throw commodity, because even though these are sustainable alternatives, we need to use everything that we use very very mindfully and ensure that we sort of use it for a very long time. So that's a bit about us. You want to tell them about the fabrics or anything?
So a few things that we'd like to share today quickly is about our journey, some good points, some bad points, what were our problems, hurdles in the last year, how do we want to take this forward.
Right.
So one of the things I'd like people ask us that how are you certain that the fabrics that you use are sustainable, or if you claim your fabrics are lyocell, how do you know that it is lyocell? Why can't it be cotton also? So we initially, even before we began our journey, when we actually came across the idea, we got our fabrics tested in a lab called Sasmira. It's in Worli, in Mumbai. So that lab testing actually gave out the results of the fabrics, whether under the composition, what kind of dyes are used, etc. And after we were actually certain that these are sustainable fabrics, only then we decided to go start exploring the fabrics and so explore
with
what
them.
could all be done with it.
Yeah.
So we were actually, our intention was to not mislead customers in any which way. This is not an enterprise that we have started just for the sake of making sales. It was so that we could give alternatives to customer for sustainable fashion, and we don't want to mislead anybody in that process.
Right, and that's why recently we have received a certification from Lensing, which is basically certifying that our lyocell fabric has a tencel brand now, which is globally recognized, and it is an official certification that we have received. So going forward, all our lyocell shirts, which is essentially our entire collection, will have a tencel brand. Plus, it will also have a tag which certifies it to be tencel lyocell, which is not just an eco-friendly fabric, but it is also very comfortable and very good to wear for the Indian weather. Apart from that, we would like to also share a very funny thing which nobody knows about Earthy Route. I think even before we thought of starting a clothing brand, our business idea it was in the similar field, but it was completely different. Our first plan was to start with a brand selling lyocell bed sheets. From there to a fully blown clothing brand giving men's shirts and a limited collection for women, it has been quite a journey. And I don't know whether we'll ever do bed sheets, but it was definitely a fun. When you look back right now, it definitely feels amusing to know what all ideas do you have, and then what it really brings you down to.
So actually, we had sampled bed sheets, not tencel bed sheets, and they are absolutely fantastic to use. I mean, I think that is the best bed sheet that I have used in my life. So hopefully, I am hoping that at some point of time we would try to get hold of tencel bed sheets and make it available for you guys also in the future.
Right. If you have any questions while we talk about our personal experiences, please feel free to shoot them. We are happy to take any questions, because we feel that more we ask, the more we know. And always be ready with your questions when you're shopping, when you're buying something, because that's how you make a knowledgeable and a mindful purchase. So another thing we would like to share, so generally everybody talks about highs, everybody talks about what they did which was a hit. So we also thought we'll take a moment to talk about what were our weaknesses, what were some of the embarrassing moments that were definitely one of our lows during this whole journey.
Right, so one of the things that we struggled with in the last 1 year, the biggest thing was getting our production right. So earlier our production was done by a very big manufacturer who had some spare capacity because of COVID. But then when things started becoming better, and we also started receiving a positive response, when we wanted to reorder, that manufacturer actually was not able to fulfill our order. So our order was comparatively very small for his capacity. So at that point of time, it took us a lot of time to figure out a good manufacturer whom we could trust with a good quality and
with good working conditions for the laborers.
Yeah, so all those things, it kind of took us some time to get things right, and we had a big period where we were stocked out of our fabrics. So
in fact, at that time we were at this stage where we thought that okay, we did our first batch of production, but what about the next batch? I mean, we were at a position where we thought that maybe this is it. We were almost about to give up, but things fell in place and we found somebody.
Right. So that was one of the challenge. I mean, I think we were stocked out for around 5 months, and one more actually an embarrassing thing would be that the earlier sizing was slightly on the higher side for us. So for example, if I generally wear for example M size, then in the previous version the S size would have fit me. So it was a big task to always educate the customer that you please go for a size lower, and we ran out of lower sizes quite quickly as compared to the higher sized variants. So it actually became kind of embarrassing in exhibitions when people who were lean we were not able to cater them because we didn't have their sizes in stock at that point of time.
Correct. But the good part is we've corrected all of that. We worked on it. We worked on our sizing a lot, in fact. And our latest collection of the classics, the men's shirts that we have on our website are all regular fits and are all similar to the standard sizing that you get to see available in many well-known brands of the market. So the sizing issue is now sorted for sure. But definitely there is a lot more that we want to do, and a lot more that we are even already doing. So I mean, many a times people ask us, as we both are from a finance background and starting a clothing brand, they ask us as to who handles what in the business, as to are your roles and responsibilities sorted. So yeah, I mean, after 1 year of working on Earthy Route, we can finally say that we both have very different roles to play, and it has kind of formalized now. So why don't you tell what you handle and I'll tell what I do.
So basically Gauri does the talking and running around.
That
mainly.
you can see from this video.
That is simply put. So she her main job is to look after production and then a bit of marketing, whereas I look at more on the accounts strategy side and more on inventory management and sales partnerships is what I look at.
Right. So
and yeah, social media is completely handled by her. Photography, social media, so whatever aesthetics that we are looking at our Instagram page, how we have built over the last 1 year is basically all done by Gauri with the help of our team. So we have Tulsi who works with us.
Yes.
I don't know whether she's there on the call, but she's had a big role to play in shaping our social media.
Right, yes. It's a small team for now. We have a freelance photographer, one full-time marketing associate who you just mentioned. We have a store manager since we have an offline studio space now. And who else? We have, I think, the two of us playing many roles in the business. But we are looking to grow our team. We are open to have resumes. Please write to us, please DM us. Most of the times, whenever you guys DM us anything, either of us read it because we love to talk to people, to interact with people. I think we have received one question. Okay, okay, this is a tough one. If you look back at 1 year, what is one thing you could have done differently? You have an answer to this question?
So, see, 1 year back you were like completely new to this industry. So at that point of time, everything was new, and we were basically taking advice of people whom we thought are experts or better than us. But now, I mean, 1 year later, when we have actually where we have come, I think one thing we could have done differently was maybe work upon our sizing in a better way, because as I just explained, it was kind of always embarrassing to explain people that you wear this size, that would be proper for you. So that one thing we have rectified now, and hopefully this will not work out. And I think there are still every day we are working on our brand. We understand what things have to be done, what we used to do in a wrong way, what we have to do now. So for example, we think that we should have started building a marketing team in a certain way early on, rather than now we think we are heading in a better direction. But yeah, I think
It's every day.
It's the benefit of hindsight.
Yes, definitely. It's. I mean, we are biggest critics of ourselves. So we still, whenever we look at the product, even if consumers send us photo, we love seeing those photos. But then we tell each other, okay, I think this should be next time we should work on this, or next time we should work on that. So we definitely have a long way to go. Okay, when did you start your brand? Okay, Mirabai Chorotia. I hope I'm pronouncing the name correctly. So we started Earthy Route, the page, I think more than 1 year ago. It was started back in May or February last year, right?
Yeah, I think more than a year
More than
and
a
a
year and a
half
half back. So it was basically, it started as a blog because the two of us thought about sharing our experiences of leading a sustainable life. So we used to talk about more about awareness related fast fashion. We used to talk about how we are, curtailing our consumption, how we are, different blogs we used to write regarding making natural cleaners or composting and all those things. It never was going to be a clothing brand actually, and it was not even in our wildest dreams, to be honest. So just one thing led to another, and we became so passionate about talking against fast fashion that many people started asking us as to what is the alternative. If not this, then what should we be using? That is when the idea of starting a sustainable clothing brand triggered. I quit my full-time job first to start this, and 6 months ago Varun has joined. In the meantime, we launched our first collection last year in October, exactly a year ago, 30th October. And 6 months back, Varun has also quit his job, and he works with, both of us work on this full time now, and that's how our journey has been. It has been a short one, but definitely a fulfilling one. What is the one okay, Kita Mone has asked, I hope, Meera, I have answered your question. Kita Mone has asked, what is the one learning you guys have got which has helped you both?
So one thing, I don't know whether it's called a learning, but I feel that we've kind of met like really good people.
I was just about to say the same thing.
So we met some good, we meet good people, bad people, everything is there. But I think we have been fortunate to meet good people, interact with them, and it always turns out that if you work well with them, they also reciprocate in a good way. So
also what we felt is we have to be very transparent and honest about us, like about if anybody asks us a question about what fabrics do we use, where do we source our packaging from, what is it that we do differently, we are always open to answering it, because if you are helpful and open with others do reciprocate. So that learning has definitely helped us a lot. And I think this is what comes on the top of my mind also. And another thing that we've both learned is that when you have started a new business, there are definitely going to be many lows, there are going to be many challenges. So the idea is to not get bogged down too much by it. Just keep patience, just keep calm, and treat tomorrow as a new day and work on it vigorously. So that's definitely one of the learnings. Prajakta has wished us congratulations. Thank you so much.
And one more thing I would like to add is that on the way you meet really helpful people, and without any very selflessly they help you. I mean, one of Gauri's friend who already has a brand of her own clothing brand.
Yes.
She helped us so much in the initial phases to finalize our where do we get our labels and all these tags.
Even she gave us
our contacts of a lot of people.
Yes.
So it's like how much we share with people, they'll share it with us. So that is one of the fundas that we are also working with. So we would like to share our
anybody who is looking to start a clothing brand or any other brand, which is, we're more than happy to share all our contacts. That's not a problem at all. Fleur has wished us congratulations. Thank you, Fleur. Fleur worked with us briefly. It was amazing. Rucha Vidkar has asked, does Earthy Route have plans of expanding the range, maybe comfortable linen bottoms? home and lifestyle.
Yeah.
Just we have an update on this. We can't dwell too much, but definitely can share a bit.
Yeah, so see, it is actually for us also. It's very tempting to get more variety out. So we also kind of think as to what next we should come out with. But there is no end to it, right? I mean, we can keep on coming out with newer fabrics and newer styles and all. But right now, since we are a new brand, we have constraints with regards to capital, etc. We are focusing more on shirts at this point of time. We are also working towards getting, I mean, it's in very initial stages. We are also working towards getting formal wear in our 100% tencel fabric.
Right.
And
men's formal shirts.
From our initial sampling, we are very positive on it, and that can be like one of the best formals that we hope that it will be one of the best formals that you could see. In terms of bottom wear, we are contemplating to do bottom wear. We have started doing some sampling, and hopefully if that turns out well, you might see a tencel bottom wear in the next few months from us.
Yes. Yeah. Where do you see yourself 5 years from now? What is your vision? So basically our idea is to keep rolling out collection with tencel as a primary fabric. We want to become the go-to brand for people who are looking to shop for men's shirts, whether casual or formals, which is a sustainable alternative to cotton and obviously to polyester. And we hope to do shirts in the women's wear category also in the near future. So that's our immediate vision. And we also always would strive very hard to create good quality, durable and timeless designs for our consumers, which they one second, that's our cat wanting to be as a part of the live session.
He's actually feeling missed out.
Yes.
You can just maybe
Marble, please say hi to everybody. That's Marble, by the way. She has been wanting to come in the live since a long time. Yeah, so that's our vision 5 years from now. Anything else? Whether I've missed out anything?
Yeah, so in future we would also like to start some take back schemes and all, where we take the onus of disposing your clothes. So
Also help you resell it if at all. Then we are also wanting to make the most of the factory waste that our clothing production generates. Already we've been upcycling a lot of our factory waste with the help of an upcycler. So we want to do much more on that front also. As much as possible, we want to improve our sustainability initiatives and hopefully be able to do that. Would like to know your business strategy if you're comfortable. Definitely.
So you can come down to our office
Come
sometime.
down to our office. We are based in Dadar.
Because I think Instagram live is a very short time to discuss.
You can DM us. We can set up a time if you're from Bombay, or if you're not from Bombay, we can definitely get on a call. Fleur is asking, can you talk about the dyeing process involved in your clothing?
Very quickly, I can just tell you that our clothes are dyed at the yarn level. We actually have like two collections. Mainly our plains collections are dyed at the yarn level, and we use azo-free dyes for that. And we also have a printed collection where we have used block print, where our clothes have been block printed using traditional techniques of natural dyes and other dyes used for hand blocks.
So right now we've been using azo-free dyes for our entire collection. Okay, GI Surgeon is saying amazing logo, by far the classiest one, idea and story behind that. Thank you so much. Many people have told us that they love our logo. So basically our logo is designed by Ashwini Menon. We can't thank her enough for doing that. It is the E and R are basically our initials, ER, Earthy Route, and they both form a circular loop, which essentially talks about the circular manufacturing process of the fabric lyocell, the circular economy that we surely want to be a part of, and also just respecting nature, that whatever comes from nature has to go back to nature. So the logo is designed on these three aspects, and definitely we love our logo too. Manali has said congratulations. Thanks, Manali. Manali worked with us as an intern briefly. Thank you, Rucha.
So if there are, I mean, I think Rucha mentioned earlier that she would like to have linen pants. If you guys have any other such requests, please
and
keep
suggestions.
So that we'll think about it when we are doing our next round of product brainstorming.
Right. Just to conclude this live, just let me finish it by saying what's available right now. Our website link is in our bio. It is www.earthyroute.com. In the new arrivals, you will see our latest collection of 20 men's shirts. Basically, it is a mix of half sleeve shirts, full sleeved shirts with regular collar, and mandarin collared shirts. It is a range of beautiful pastels, one for every occasion, and also there are some which can basically be worn for all possible occasions. These shirts are made with fabric, tencel linen fabric, which is extremely comfortable and very, very soothing to wear for our Indian weather. And apart from that, we have our newest collection called Rangkari, which is essentially marrying two elements of sustainability, our sustainable fabrics, and hand block printing, which is done in association with Tisser India. And apart from that, we have a clearance sale that is going on our website, which essentially has all the leftover pieces of the first collection we ever launched a year ago. That entire collection is at a discount. So if you find your sizes, please you can shop at a discount from the clearance sale as well. Ankita Mone is asking, will you be expanding into women's wear kurtas? Men's wear kurtas is the first target. Then definitely we would want to get into women's kurtas someday. No plans as of now, but yeah, whenever we launch them, we'll definitely call them Rangkari kurtas. So thanks for that suggestion. I think mostly we've covered everything. If there are any more questions, would love to answer.
One question that we often get from people is that they feel that our shirts are priced on the higher side. So that is the one reason. Basically, if I want to just put, it's basically that our fabrics actually cost much more than cotton fabrics, right? So it's like a green premium that one has to pay in order to adopt sustainability. And what we feel that once people start adopting this kind of fabrics more, the premium automatically will shrink and it will become much more on the affordable range. But still, we have tried our best to keep it in the affordable zone, so that people are not discouraged by the high price in order to adopt a sustainable alternative.
Right.
I mean, when we had actually started researching, we could see alternatives in the sustainable fashion space which were more than like 3,500, 4,000. But we thought that if we want people to adopt sustainability, this can't work out. So that is why we have tried to marry both the aspects of sustainability, is that it should be environmental friendly as well as pocket friendly. So we hope that we have kind of answered that much asked question.
Right. I think we can close the live now. We've covered most of the questions. We can maybe wait for a minute or two. I hope we haven't missed anything. So today is our first birthday. Happy birthday to us, and we hope to do much more, bring much more alternatives in the near future. Do follow us, and whatever feedback you have, whatever you want to ever ask us, our DMs are always open. If we do not answer on DMs, you can email us. More than happy to chat with any one of you. Thank you so much, Sejal. Thanks, Ankita. Happy birthday. Thank you, Akanksha. Thank you, Surya.
Thank you guys, and please keep supporting us.
Yes. And what else? If we've missed anything to talk about, I think you will see it in our Instagram posts.
And our office is in Mumbai, Dadar, Mumbai. If you ever want to drop in, say hi to us, you are always welcome. Just give us a call in advance and we'll be happy to meet you.
Right. I think. Bye bye.
Bye. Thank you guys.
Thank you.